My dear students, in the last lecture, I taught you about the units, the very first chapter of the physics in the 11th class, and I have finished what is the units, type of units, what is kilogram, what is meter, what is second, what is candela, what is ampere, and what is unit of thermodynamic temperature, Kelvin, and a small amount of substances, mole. And after that, I taught you the two supplementary units of maths, radian and steradian, plane angle and solid angle. And also I taught you the dimension. Dimension, what is the dimension? As you know that there are 26 letters in alphabets, and that 26 letter is enough to write a big book. The same thing is that even this we have only 7 fundamental units, and that 7 fundamental units is able to give to measure the physical quantity of whose number is about lakhs. So what is now that what is the dimension? Dimension, if in order to get the unit of a physical quantity, we raise fundamental units like m, l, t and so on, raised by some powers, like the force, dimension of force is m, l, t minus 2, m having power 1, l having power 1, t having power minus 2. In order to get the units of a physical quantity, we raise fundamental units by some powers, and that power is dimension. That day I taught you about the dimension, all the physical quantity. That doesn't mean that all the physical quantity will have the dimension. Dimension, you can classify the physical quantity into 2 categories. One is dimensional physical quantities, another is non-dimensional physical quantity. And if the classification is based on the constant and variables, then we can classify the physical quantity into two types. One is constant, another is variables. And again, in constant physical quantity, there are 2 types. One is dimensional physical quantity, another is non-dimensional physical quantity. There are so many constants which has the dimension. The physical quantity which has the dimension means they depends on the fundamental units, like the gravitational constant. F is equal to g m1 m2 by r square, you know that this is the Newton's law of gravitation. Then g is equal to fr square by m1 and m2. Dimension of, then what will be the dimension of g? What is the unit of g? Units of g is equal to Newton meter square kg minus 2. Newton meter square kg minus 2. This is a unit, and you can find out the dimension of g also, dimension of permittivity, and there are so many variable dimensional physical quantity. That's the speed, velocity, acceleration, energy, electric current, magnetic field intensity, electric field intensity, so many things. All have the dimension. All have the dimension. Means in constant we can some of the physical quantity have the dimension. In variable, some of the physical quantity have the dimension. Even in the constant, some has no dimension. Means like the pi. Pi is a physical quantity, that is the constant. It doesn't depend on the mass, length, time. 2, 3, 4, 5, these are also the number, and that doesn't depend on the any physical quantity. Means it is, I will give you the table just at the end of the chapter, and you can ask me the example, sir, give me one example that is variable physical quantity and have no dimension. Here also the angle is theta is equal to L by R. You know that L is arc and R is radius. Both is length. Length means it is dimensionless. Strain, change in dimension per unit dimension. Any change in length per unit length. In the case of elasticity, when we are studying in the class of 11th also, 11th means or not also, but you should have to study. These are the physical quantity which has no dimension, but they are variables. The question arises here, how will do the study of dimension? If you write F is equal to MLT minus 2, F is in left hand side, in RHS there is a equal notations, in RHS there is MLT minus 2. This is known as dimensional equation. If there is LHS and RHS and equal notations or greater or small, these are known as the equations. So what are the usage of dimensional equation? There are three uses of dimensional equations. First one, which I have just, you can see that first one is this one. Conversion of units from one system of units into another system of units. This is very simple examples. Just you have 1 kg. Anybody can ask you 1 kg how much gram? It is MKS system and it is CGS system. What you are observing, my dear students, you are observing that 1 kg is equal to how much gram? Gram is dash. Means numerical value in the first system is 1. Numerical value you should have to find out, and you know that 1 kg is equal to how much gram? 1000 gram. It is the numerical value in second system, it is the numerical value in first system. This is very simple case, so you can convert it easily. But if the physical quantity depends on more than 1 units, then it is difficult. Then we have the formula. If any of the physical quantity, you can write Q is equal to NU. Q is the physical quantity, N is the numerical value. Here is the numerical value. Numerical value is here 1 and numerical value is here 1000. Here U is the unit. Again, N1 is equal to U1, N1 U1 is equal to N2 U2. N1 U1 is equal to N2 U2 means if it is the numerical value in first system, N1 is numerical value in first system of units, and N2, this is N2. N2 is the numerical value in second system of units. U1 is the units in the first system, U2 is units in the second system. My dear students, as unit is less, unit is less, then numerical value is greater. If unit is bigger, then numerical value is less. So here is, then you have the formula that if any of the physical quantity, if here the 4 parameters N1 U1, N2 U2. Question is here that if you know 3 of the 4, you can find out the 4th. 1 Newton is equal to how much dyne? If what is, अगर कोई तुम्हें कहता है कि 1 न्यूटन is SI unit of force, and dyne is CGS unit of force. You know that force depend on mass, length and time. Then you have the formula N1 U1 is equal to N2 U2. N1 means there is any physical quantity, not only the force. You can do that in the case of energy also. I will tell you later what are the drawbacks of the physical quantity. If you will have more than 3 fundamental units, that will be very difficult to find out the results. That here is N1 is equal to M1 A1 L1 B, means you have a physical quantity U1 that depends on mass, length, time, and in the first system of units M1 L1 and T1 here. In the second system it is M2 L2 and T2, and power will be same. Power will be same, either you measure it in the SI units, either you measure in the CGS units. Then N1 is equal to, here I am giving MLT, M1, L1, T1, S2, I am putting the value of force, N1 here, N1, just I told you, if any of the three we know, then we can find out the fourth one. Here N2 is equal to how much? N1, M1 by M2 into L1 by L2, just I did this, I have transfer only this factor below this. Now M1 is the mass of unit in SI system. Definitely it should be the kg, and L1 is the unit of length in SI units, and definitely it should be the meter, and time is second in both the system, either SI or CGS. Unit of time should be the second. Unit of time should be the second. And in the case of CGS system, unit of the mass should be the gram, unit of the length should be the centimeter, unit of the time should be the second. Now come to the results. Putting the value of M1, that is it is your 1 kg, because unit of mass in SI system is kg. It is 1 gram, and it is 1 meter, and it is 1 centimeter. It is here 1 second. It is 1 second. Yeah, second only. And it has the power -2. It has the power 1. It has the power also the 1. Here 1000 gram divided by gram, 100 centimeter divided by centimeter. Cancel out. It is 10 to the 5. So we can write 1 Newton is equal to how much time? 10 to the power 5 dyne. For your homework, this is another question. 1 joule is equal to how much iron? It is SI system and it is CGS system. It is the unit of energy, so you do it at home. My dear students, the second use of dimensional equation is checking the correctness of a physical, not the quantity, but the relation. What type of relation? In the class of 9th, you did the study V is equal to U plus AT, V square is equal to U square plus twice AS, S is equal to UT plus half AT square. These are the known as equation of motion. These are the known as physical relations between different physical quantity. V is the final velocity, U is the initial velocity, A is x acceleration, and T is the time. Notations have their usual meanings. If anyone is missing the square, you forgot to write T square, and you should have to check whether it is correct or not. This relation is correct or not. This is very simple relations. You have so many complex relations also, because it is the drawbacks of the dimensional equation. For a beginner, it is difficult. Difficult means if I will give the example of viscosity, Stokes formula, Poisson formula, Bernoulli's theorem, specific heat capacity, latent heat of fusion, then it is difficult to know you, because you do the study, you will do the study in the coming months in the syllabus of the 11th class. All these things are remains. तो what is the, तो तुम्हें एक बिगिनर के लिए जो फिजिक्स शुरू कर रहा है उसके लिए ये थोड़ा कठिन है, लेकिन ये तुम्हारे शुरुआत में ही पढ़ना है, तुम्हें सबका फाइंड आउट करना है. तो अगर मैं भी निकाल दूं कि विस्कोसिटी ऑफ ए लिक्विड, सरफेस टेंशन ऑफ ए लिक्विड, तो तुम्हारे लिए परेशानी होगी. इसलिए मैंने सिंपल एग्जांपल्स दिए तुम्हें, लेकिन ये कॉम्प्लेक्स रिलेशंस भी हो सकते हैं हमारे पास कि हमको उसका करेक्टनेस चेक करना है कि गलत है कि नहीं. देयर वाज ए साइंटिस्ट Fourier. He told that he gave the theory principle of homogeneity. प्रिंसिपल ऑफ होमोजेनिटी। व्हाट इज होमोजेनिटी? कहा उसने कि डायमेंशन ऑफ ईच टर्म ऑफ LHS, डायमेंशन ऑफ ईच in this equation there is only one term in the LHS, there is two term in the RHS. What he is telling, dimension of each term of LHS is equal to dimension of each term of RHS। यानी मतलब सबका डायमेंशन सेम होना चाहिए भी, यानी इसका जो डायमेंशन है वही इसका भी होना चाहिए, वही इसका भी होना चाहिए। अगर ऐसा है तो योर इक्वेशन इज करेक्ट, अगर नहीं है तो गलत। तो कैसे है? मान लिया जाता है कि फॉर एग्जांपल हमारे पास है S इक्वल टू UT प्लस हाफ AT स्क्वायर। तुम जानते हो S इज द लेंथ इन डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल्ड, तो डायमेंशन ऑफ S इक्वल टू हाउ मच? L, दैट इज इन द LHS। LHS हमारे पास एक ही टर्म है, वो है S। इन द RHS हमारे पास कितने टर्म है? 2 टर्म है। कौन कौन टर्म है? पहला टर्म है UT, द डायमेंशन ऑफ फर्स्ट टर्म ऑफ RHS दैट इज UT, यानी LT minus 1, you know that it is the velocity either initial or final or turbulent or critical, any type of velocity have the same dimension, that's the LT minus 1. Any type of energy will have the same dimension, ml square T minus 2. Any type of force, either it gravitational, electrical, magnetic, each and every force will have the same dimension. Here UT, LT minus 1 and T, that is L. Dimension of second term of RHS is equal to how much? Half LT minus 2 and T square. Again cancel out half L. So from equation first you can write L plus L is equal to half L. This is not the correct. This is in algebra it is correct. L is equal to L plus half L means L is equal to 3 by 2L. Is it possible? No. You will say that in algebra it is not possible, but in the dimension it's possible. One thing that dimension tells us only the quality, not the quantity. They tells us only the quality, not the quantity. How much it is dimension will have, not to bother. Dimension को उससे कोई मतलब नहीं है। तो L प्लस यानी हमारा है प्रिंसिपल ऑफ होमोजेनिटी क्या है कि प्रत्येक टर्म का डायमेंशन सेम होगा। यहां भी L है, यहां भी L है, हाफ L या 2L या 4L है, उससे कोई मतलब नहीं। L है तो अकॉर्डिंग टू द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ होमोजेनिटी द इक्वेशन 1 इज करेक्ट। दिस इज द second use of the dimensional equation. You can verify it anywhere. For example, I am giving you the homework. यहाँ लिखो, homework है तुम्हारे लिए, F is equal to 6 pi neta RV. अब कहोगे सर ये क्या है? Go consult your books. Neta is principle of coefficient of viscosity, R is radius of that object, and V is uniform velocity or velocity. Anyway, next, the third and final thing, establishing a correct relationship between different physical quantity. Sir, what is this? I told you in the first lecture, science is based on observations. Scientists do the observations, collect the data and play with the data. Is there any relationship between different data? If they get a relation between two type of data, he gave the law. If that law is experimentally verified, then it's correct. If not, then nothing. Okay. So what is this? Establishing a correct relationship between different physical quantity. Example, derive an equation for time period of a simple pendulum. Simple pendulum तूने देखा होगा, घड़ी में जो pendulum वो compound pendulum है। मान लो कोई pendulum है, पेंडुलम मैं नेक्स्ट क्लास में शो भी कर दूंगा, क्योंकि एक प्रैक्टिकल तुम्हारे 11th क्लास में हो भी सकता है कि उसमें एक बॉब होता है। बॉब को क्या करते हैं हम लोग, एक स्ट्रिंग से बांध करके लटका देते हैं और उसको थोड़ा सा डिस्प्लेस कर देते हैं, तो क्या होता है, टू एंड फ्रो या मूवमेंट करता है, या टू एंड फ्रो मूवमेंट करता है, टू एंड फ्रो। ये इसका पाथ है, ये टू एंड फ्रो मूवमेंट करता है। ये लेंथ ऑफ द स्ट्रिंग है, ये क्या लेंथ ऑफ द स्ट्रिंग है, ये पॉइंट ऑफ सस्पेंशन है, यहाँ लिखा है मैंने। अब मान लो इसको थोड़ा सा एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट दिया मैंने, एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट दिया थीटा से, थीटा एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट दिया, क्या हो सकता है, होता है क्या है सिंपल, व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ सिंपल पेंडुलम? सिंपल पेंडुलम होता क्या है? तुम जैसे स्विंग पर झूला पे झूलते हो तो क्या होता है जैसे ही यह मिड पॉइंट पे होता है, रेस्ट पॉइंट कहते हैं इसको, क्या कहते हैं इसको? रेस्ट पॉइंट कहते हैं। रेस्ट पॉइंट पे जब ऑब्जेक्ट रहता है, तुम अपने फ्रेंड्स को क्या करते हो? ठेल देते हो, पुश करते हो, तो वह अर्थ का जो इसका और इनर्शिया है वो चाहता है कि अपने मिडिल पोजीशन पे ही रहे। जैसे तुम उसको पुश करते हो ये आगे की ओर बढ़ता है, और जो रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स है वो हमेशा अपनी तरफ लगा रहता है, वो चाहता है कि उसको खींच करके फिर ओरिजिनल पोजीशन पे ले आ गए। लेकिन जैसे ये आगे पहुंचता है धीरे धीरे इसकी वेलोसिटी कम होती है, इस पॉइंट पे मैक्सिमम डिस्प्लेसमेंट, इसकी वेलोसिटी 0 हो जाती है, फिर से कम बैक होता है। कम बैक होता है, जैसे इस पॉइंट पर पहुंचता है इसकी वेलोसिटी मैक्सिमम हो जाती है, और फिर अपने इनर्शिया के कारण फिर आगे बढ़ जाता है, फिर रेस्टोरिंग फोर्स लगता है। इस तरह से ये रिपीटेशन होते रहता है। तो इसका जो टाइम पीरियड होगा, टाइम पीरियड क्या होगा? मान लो दिस इज द पॉइंट ए, दिस इज द पॉइंट बी, दिस इज द पॉइंट सी। Anywhere from you start the counting from C. From C to go to B and come back to the C and again to the A, and from A to come to the C. This is the time period of a simple pendulum. If anybody asks you what is the time, what is the second pendulum, you will study in the case of in later chapters. I will not discuss more about this because I have to finish this. The time period of a simple pendulum. This is simple pendulum. G is the acceleration due to gravity, and L is the because this bob is attracted towards the center of the earth. That G provides the G and mass of this mg component of G provides the restoring force to keep it at the original position at the rest point C. Here is the case. G is acceleration due to gravity, and L is the length of the string, and theta is the angular displacement. What is the angular displacement? We have displaced the bob. It is not a bob. It is going through the B, coming through the A. It is a CG. You have to find out the radius also, and complete length of the string is L plus radius of the bob, because whole mass of the bob is centered at the center. G is acceleration due to gravity, L is length of the string, theta is angular displacement. Now a beginner, एक शुरू करने वाला, फिजिक्स शुरू करने वाला जस्ट इमेजिन कर सकता है कि टाइम पीरियड जो है सो डिपेंड करता होगा, कुछ मान लो कि मास के ए पावर पर डिपेंड करता होगा, एल के बी पावर पर डिपेंड करता होगा, जी के सी पावर पर डिपेंड करता होगा, थीटा के डी पावर पर डिपेंड करता होगा। मान लो, जस्ट मान लेते हैं, देखते हैं क्या होता है। लेट्स गो। स्टूडेंट्स, एज I gave you some idea about the time period of a simple pendulum may depends on mass of the bob m, acceleration due to gravity g, length of the string L, and angular displacement theta. If we are assuming, मान रहे कि टाइम पीरियड m के a पावर पर, l के b पावर पर, g के c पावर पर और थीटा के d पावर पर डिपेंड करता होगा, यू कैन इमेजिन। नो डजंट मैटर कि तुम किसको क्या इमेजिन करते हो, तुम इसको 2a मेजर कर सकते हो, इसको 4b मेजर कर सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं। तो टाइम पे गिविंग राइटिंग द डायमेंशन of this equation, t is equal to how much? K. If you remove the proportional notations, then we shall have to write a constant. Here is constant K. M, dimension of M is M, power A, dimension of L is L, capital L, power B, and this is acceleration due to gravity, so LT minus 2 power C. Comparing the dimension of LHS and RHS, दोनों तरफ के डायमेंशन को हम लोग कंपेयर करते हैं, क्योंकि मैंने प्रिंसिपल ऑफ होमोजेनिटी से पढ़ा है। क्या पढ़ा? कि डायमेंशन ऑफ ईच टर्म ऑफ LHS इक्वल टू डायमेंशन ऑफ ईच टर्म ऑफ RHS। सो M पर अगर हम लोग इसको 1 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दें तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होना चाहिए। M के m to the power 0 is 1, L to the power 0 is 1, T पर कितना पावर है? 1 है। M का a पावर है, L पर कितना? L पे यहाँ से B और यहाँ से आ गया C, B plus C, T is equal to -2 and C, -2C. Here I am giving you, यहाँ से देखो बच्चों, ये A is equal to how much? Comparing the powers in RHS, A and here is 0, A is equal to 0, B plus C here and here is 0. B plus C is equal to 0. Then B is equal to minus C. And minus 2C is equal to how much? Again it's equal to 1. So C is equal to how much? Minus half. And B plus C is equal to 0. Then B is equal to minus C. So B is equal to plus half. Here you have the A is equal to 0. B is equal to half. G is equal to half minus half. Putting the value of A, B, C in equation second. T is equal to how much? K L per power. अगर m पर पावर अगर तुमने पुट भी कर दिया, m पर पावर कितना होगा? 0. तो एनीथिंग पावर 0 इज 1. L पर हाफ पावर, G पर माइनस हाफ पावर. तो हाफ मतलब रूट अंडर. तो K इक्वल टू हाफ का मतलब क्या होता है? रूट अंडर होता है. तो हाफ और नीचे माइनस टू हाफ है, तो जिस नीचे करोगे डिनोमिनेटर में तो G हो जाएगा नीचे. तो रूट अंडर क्या हो गया? T इक्वल टू K L बाई G. अब तुमको मैंने बताया था कॉन्स्टेंट्स के बारे में, यानी प्रोपोर्शनल कांस्टेंट वगैरह के बारे में नहीं बता पाएगा हमारा डायमेंशनल इक्वेशन. हम लोग एक्सपेरिमेंटली वेरीफाई किए कि के का वैल्यू कितना होता है. इट वाज फाउंड, ऐसा मिला कि एक्सपेरिमेंटली के को के कितना मिला? के इक्वल टू 2 पाई. तो पुटिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ 2 पाई हियर, तो टी इक्वल टू 2 पाई रूट अंडर एल बाई जी. दिस इज द मैजिक ऑफ द डायमेंशनल इक्वेशन. डायमेंशनल इक्वेशन में तुम्हें बिना कुछ जानते हुए, तुम नहीं जान रहे थे कि टाइम पीरियड का एक्सप्रेशन क्या होगा. हमें सिर्फ पता था कि ये सब फिजिकल क्वांटिटी है, मास ऑफ द बॉब है, लेंथ ऑफ द स्ट्रिंग है, एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी है, एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट है. एक बिगिनर्स के लिए जो आइडिया होता है वो था. उसके आधार पर हम लोगों ने डायमेंशनल फार्मूला से फाइंड आउट कर लिया. दीज आर द यूजेज ऑफ द डायमेंशनल इक्वेशन. अब ड्रॉबैक्स क्या है? ड्रॉबैक्स ऑफ द जस्ट यू आइदर यू मेक द नोट्स और जस्ट रिमेंबर इट. व्हाट इज द ड्रॉबैक्स? ड्रॉबैक्स में से लिमिटेशंस भी कर सकते हो, क्या सीमाएं हैं कि यहाँ तक ये हमारा डायमेंशनल इक्वेशन काम नहीं कर सकता. तो पहला है कि ये इट डिपेंड्स, इट लिमिटेशन इज दैट इट वर्क्स ओनली ऑन द पावर फंक्शंस. पावर फंक्शंस मतलब m पर पावर a हो, b पर पावर g हो. पावर फंक्शन मतलब 1 2 3 4 5 हो, तो ये सॉल्व कर देगा. इफ देयर इज इन्वॉल्वमेंट ऑफ ट्रिगोनोमेट्रिकल फंक्शंस, sin थीटा, cos थीटा, tan थीटा, इफ द इन्वॉल्वमेंट ऑफ एक्सपोनेंशियल फंक्शंस, if the involvement of logarithmic functions, it will not work. ये काम नहीं करेगा. दूसरा क्या है? It is difficult for beginners. एक beginners के लिए क्या कठिनाई है? ठीक है ये. और if any physical quantity that depends on more than the three physical quantity m l t, अगर एक ऐसा physical quantity जो mass and time, mass length time से आगे भी डिपेंड करता है, तो थोड़ी परेशानी इसमें हो जाती है. These are the drawbacks of the dimensional equation. और this is the first question of the mechanics that will ask in your any of the competitive examination. Either you give the NEET or any of the even sometimes when it was asked the objective questions, even in the you should have to calculate the correctness. You should have to check the correctness of physical relations they will give you, and you should have to do some practice. So this is I finished unit and dimension. Now we will start in the next chapter the physical quantity, that is very important, the vector analysis.